Artists are sensitive people, all right? I think we all know this. They can feel things very strongly. You know, they can take criticism pretty harshly, and they can get down on themselves. And you know, rejection is a big pain point for a lot of artists. I mean, artists are sensitive people, you know, and getting that negativity coming in to an artist that can negatively impact their work. And if their work is tied to their identity, then you've got real problems. And you know, unfortunately for a lot of artists, their work and their identity is almost the same thing in their minds. Maybe that's a good thing. Maybe that's not a good thing. I don't know. That's another discussion. But what do you do about that? What do you do when you're faced with negativity and you're an artist who feels things really strongly and you're noticing that it might have a negative impact on your work and your life? What do you do? What do you do in those situations? Today, I was watching a video by someone named Richard Rollinson. Now, I'm a subscriber to his channel. He talks a lot about film photography. He works with film cameras, and he's just exploring that whole area of photography. I really like his style. Richard, it comes off very authentic and sincere. He opens up about his feelings, and I think that's refreshing. There's a lot of people out there who are just very surface level with their delivery. I try to open up a little bit on my channel too, but you know, it takes guts, and Richard puts himself out there, and this last video that he put out, he was sort of apologizing for not having posted any videos in a while. He says that the reason that he hasn't posted in a while is there's health related things where his back's been bothering him, and he hasn't been getting a lot of sleep, and so he's feeling a little foggy headed, not really, you know, and that's understandable. You don't get a lot of sleep, your health is kind of, you know, you've got this physical pain that's constantly there. Yeah, you're gonna feel a little down, you're gonna feel a little foggy headed. It's gonna be hard to produce work, and that's what's been happening to him, I think. And so he's been feeling a little discouraged about that. Also, he mentioned some negative comments that he's received when he posts comments on other people's channels, or you know, maybe on Facebook or wherever. See, I think that, you know, negative comments, and maybe he's gotten some on his channel too. I don't know. I haven't actually seen them, but if he has, you know, I can relate, and you know, I can understand how that can kind of bring you down too if you let that kind of stuff affect you. Anyway, I know I'm talking a lot about Richard Rollinson in this video, but I feel like his story is a universal one. It's something we all can relate to in one way or another if we're artists, and that is that there are things that can discourage you and bring you down, and can create negativity. All right, look, I want to give you some advice off the top of my head, just friend to friend, all right? If you're feeling a little discouraged and that negativity is creeping in and it's affecting you, you know, in ways that might affect your work or your life in general, there are a couple of things that I think might help. Little tidbits of advice. And one is just avoid the things that discourage you. That means also avoid the people that are discouraging you. So, you know, let's talk about trolls for a second, okay? Now, everybody's got the haters and everybody's got the trolls. If there are some people out there who don't like what you're doing, just remember something. You're not doing this for them. You are doing what you do for the people who appreciate it. Everyone else, anyone else is irrelevant in that equation, okay? They want to leave a comment about whatever, what you're wearing, how you look. Maybe they don't like your photography or your artwork or your music or whatever it is. You're not there for them. What they say doesn't matter, so you can't take that in and process it. You've got to just avoid it and just push it out of the way because it's irrelevant. It shouldn't even exist in your universe, even if it pops up, you know, in your comments or as a reaction to some comment that you made. There's no reason to take that in and really process it unless you're a glutton for punishment. And along the same lines, if we're talking about trolls, now these are people who don't just disagree with you or don't appreciate what you do or dislike what you do. These are people whose sole purpose is to cause pain, okay? These people need to be fed. Their comments need to be reacted to in order for them to grow. So you're making a mistake if you respond to trolls, if you feed them. That's a big mistake. You need to they should not exist in your mind, in your universe, even if they exist, you know, in this digital realm. You need to ignore them. Don't feed the trolls. They offer zero value. Just focus on the people who make positive contributions to your world. So yeah, I know all of this is easier said than done. It's easy for me to give advice like this to you, but maybe not so easy to put it into practice. I get it. You know, I'm telling you to be positive, to avoid negativity, to focus on yourself and the people who appreciate you, and to just disregard everyone else. I know it's easy to say, but you know, it takes practice. You've got to practice. One thing that I suggest is that you just do your work. You just keep plugging away. Just keep doing what you do. Do it for the people who appreciate you, but especially do it for yourself. Thanks for hanging out with me today. Hey, if you haven't subscribed to this channel, I'm not sure if this video would entice you to do that, but really, yeah, you know, if you like the stuff that we talk about on this channel, feel free to subscribe. I'd appreciate it. Give me a thumbs up if you like this video. I love you guys. I'll see you next time.